we're back at it. So excited. It's been fun. Ready to be back. Thank you for the little intro. The music's still rolling.
Yeah,
We just keep
slow fade.
Keeping it going.
Some of the jargon, slow fade.
Okay. Yeah,
there
I thought it was
go.
Paul. I was like, Paul, come back.
Oh no, that's me.
Okay. It is a catchy tune though, so I know people enjoy it. So we're on early today, and I just want to point that out because that's a really big freaking deal because that never happens, and it's because I have a guest who is like so busy.
So, I mean, what you're saying is you're actually on time today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm never on time for anything. If you want to work with me in real estate and you think I'm going to be 5 minutes early, I'm here to disappoint you.
Okay.
I'm always coming in hot. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching. It's June 4th. We are kicking off summer. It got hotter out, warmer out. It's kind of got that Midwest, for lack of a better term, moist outside.
Yeah,
So,
it's
moisture
shocking.
in
We
the
got
air.
more rain today. I mean, wow.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
We are. So, but my lawn's growing like a weed. So, as my friend Trevor D said, rain brings green lawns. So
Oh,
I
yes.
am excited to see that. But I have a guest today, so I'm gonna do my little quick intro here for everybody, get all the ditties out of the way. So my name is Courtney Barstead-Logan. I'm a realtor here in the Grand Cities with eXp Realty. You can find me on social at Grand Cities Living. You can find replays of this on any of your podcasting sites. Spotify is starting to charge more per month. I am letting everyone know, but make sure to maximize that and listen to all your podcasts on there as well. And you can find replays of this on YouTube if you want to see the faces of my sweet guests. So check it out there. And if anything I say today offend you, please feel free at any time to reach out to my broker at nd.broker@exprealty.net. So got all of that fun stuff out of the way. And then a shameless plug. Yesterday I posted a little Grand Cities summer guide, which I'm super excited about because I got to pull together all the things I wanted to do this summer and put it into a handy dandy guide. I think it's like 16 pages. So head over to my social sites on Facebook or Instagram. And I will send that over to you so you can get planning all the things you want to do from the Grand Forks Fair to this weekend's Art Fest. And the Farmers Market starts this weekend. So get going. And I want to say the pool opened yesterday. I want to say the 3rd.
Oh, did it?
I think it did. So it's a rain day today, so that's a bummer. But
World of Outlaws coming Friday, too.
World of Outlaws are coming this Friday. So, yeah, there's just so much stuff. And I didn't get everything in the guide because, like, it would keep going.
Would have been 26 pages.
26 pages, and nobody's got time for that.
Geez, are you kidding me?
So, speaking of time, I got to make my guest get to her client on time, and I'm so excited she's here. But I am welcoming my friend Courtney Peabody this morning.
Got to give her a round, too.
Oh, yes. Welcome. First time viewer, first time in the seat, the hot seat. So Courtney owns Courtney B. Peabody Aesthetics here in town, and she's kind of a magician of all the things, So you're also a nurse practitioner.
Yes, yeah.
So why don't you share a little bit about you, where you're from,
Okay.
and what got you into the business, and then we'll talk all the juicy
Sure.
details.
Okay. So I am from Grand Forks, actually. I'm a native. I've been here forever. I went to UND for my nursing degree, got my undergrad there, and then started working in the Peds ICU at Stanford in Fargo right away, right after. And then I really decided that while I loved that population, I wanted to be back in Grand Forks. Shocker.
Yeah. Yay.
I know, everybody just comes on back. And then I knew aesthetics was kind of the direction I wanted to go. I really liked the anatomy of things and how the aging process rolls out. So I went back, got my training for that, worked at a med spa in town for a couple years, got some experience, and then I went back and got my nurse practitioner degree, opened my own clinic, just to have a little bit more autonomy, and that's where I'm at.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
You got married, you had a baby, open a business.
Yeah, I like to do it all in 1 year.
all
My
at the
husband
same
loves
time.
it.
Yeah. You're a hustler.
You're a hustler.
She is. She does all the things. She's just like,
Yeah.
I think you had your son in December, And I think I got to, right? December?
November,
November. And I think
Yep.
I saw you the day before. You were like, well, I'm going to go on maternity leave now. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. And you're like, I'll be back. It'll be quick.
Yeah, it was like, I think
what?
a good, 4-6 weeks off, but it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Geez, you took a whole 4 or 6
Yeah.
weeks off?
I know.
Wow.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. Over the holidays. Yeah. But I was like, hey, if anyone needs an injectable, can we come up to the hospital? Just a quick. So she
Yeah.
was like, I think I could be available if needed.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Standby. Yeah.
Standby, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So I got introduced to you from my dentist, Riverside
yeah.
Dental, which was great because of TMJ.
Yep.
And it was something that I had never heard of. And when I started looking into it, originally, she was talking about Botox, which I know you use.
I use Dysport. Yep,
Dysport.
but same difference.
Okay, it's Botox's cousin. Can we say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Much preferred to you, and so it was something that I looked at because there's so many benefits to a Botox where you're thinking Real Housewives of New York or
Yep,
New
overdone.
Jersey. Yes, but the medical part of that and. Here's something that I absolutely loved about my first meeting with Courtney. She wasn't like, oh my gosh, here's all the things I'm just gonna like pump into. She's like, here's what we're doing, here's why we're doing it, and we're gonna ease into this and we're gonna try this. And
Yep.
that's where I appreciate you have that extensive medical background with everything.
Yeah, I don't really like to bombard people with different things. I like to kind of ask what they're looking for first of all, because there's a lot of other things that you can do with Botox. It's not just like to have the frozen forehead. You can do for TMJ pain. A lot of people I'm seeing with that, just for like the jaw clenching, whether you have anxiety or you grind your teeth. You actually can do it in other areas too, like for people who have excessive sweating or hyperhidrosis. You can do it in the armpits, things like that people don't know about. It's not just to have
Yeah.
that like glossy forehead look, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. And yes, I have a friend who did the armpit injections. She was like, I don't recommend it for fun.
Yeah,
because
no.
it's a very tender area, right? But to do that. So in terms of your whole aesthetics studio that you have going on, you have like a wide array of things that people can come to you for. So share a little bit about like your menu, if you will,
Sure.
of what you do.
So we have injectables, obviously. So Botox, filler, Sculptra. If filler's not your thing, you want a little bit more natural enhancement, we can do that. We have laser services, so anything from like sunspots, get rid of those pesky little areas. And then we added an esthetician in February, and she's amazing. She does anything from brows to lashes. We just added a diamond glow, so we can do really great facials for everybody. And we have quite a few different lines of skincare too. So quite an array of things. And then medical weight loss as well.
Yes.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Let's talk about the most popular thing right now,
Yep.
literally everywhere, the medical weight loss.
Yes.
So talk through that of what that is, who that's for, and just kind of maybe, you're a nurse practitioner, so, the
Yeah.
safety with that, I think that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, so there is a lot of controversy over it right now, and I think a lot of people don't realize it's been around for 20 years. Primarily, people see it used for diabetic patients in a sense that it helps people lose weight. So you usually hear of semaglutide or tirzepatide. Brand names would be like Ozempic, Zepbound, Mounjaro, all of those, Wegovy. So we use that in our clinic as well. For people who are really stuck, it can be a lot of women who are like premenopausal, postmenopausal, post-baby, really those who are kind of stuck and need that jump start, or for people who struggle with binge eating, snacking, those types of things. It's really good for that. It's a once weekly injection, kind of helps people get things jump started. I will say the caveat to that is to maintain things. Obviously, you need that lifestyle change with it, of course, for long-term weight loss. But yeah, it's great. People are loving it. It's, I think last week I had a lot of my clients come in for their recheck, and total, people have lost 10 to 12 pounds in that first 4 to 6 weeks. So it's been
Wild.
going great.
Wild.
Yeah, people are feeling good.
Yeah, and do you see, so when people come back, they come in and they say, I've lost the 10 pounds, but they're not, people are envisioning like, oh my gosh, they're just like binge eating all their pizza, and then they're like shooting themselves with the Ozempic, and then they're, just losing the weight. What are you seeing with your clients that's changing also? Because I'm assuming there's a lot of like mental health too that comes with that, like feeling better and
Yeah, so a lot of the people that I see primarily, I think, and maybe it's just like the age that I'm at too, it's a lot of I would say women or moms who are like, you know, I've had a couple babies and I just can't seem to get that weight off. I want to feel better. I want to like be active with my kids and do those types of things. I want to be in a swimsuit and just feel good. So I've asked a lot of people and they said, yeah, you know, my husband noticed I feel better. I'm more confident. I can wear the things that I want to wear again. And just feel more like yourself, really, because that's the goal. It's not to just, you know, how much weight can we lose? It's like, how do you get back to feeling like yourself, feel confident again, maybe like quiet down that part in your brain where you get that snacky, bingey type of thing, you know? So you're not just focused on the food, you can focus on other things in your life, whether that be work, kids, whatever, and the food isn't just consuming you so much. So yeah.
Food consumes a lot of my time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. No. I just think of the time, you know, that I'm snacking that I would get back because, so after seeing Courtney, then I ended up getting Invisalign, which has been really helpful. And I'm still, you know, doing the injectables for my jaw, which has been amazing and just a nice, like, monitoring, right? I think we go every 2 months is kind of where I'm at with it. But she had said, my dentist, you have to have them in 22 hours a day. And I was like, you underestimate the amount that I snack. So those babies are like, you know, coming in and out. But it is a good weight loss program too, to have you know, to have that in there.
Right.
So, so looking at that, I think people need to talk. I see like in the moms groups and all the things where someone's like, how do I get the Ozempic and whatever? And it's one of those things where, you know, you want to be careful with it because I know for you do blood work with it. You analyze that with people. You don't want to just, and you're probably seeing, now we're going to see it all the time, but the Instagram, you don't need Ozempic, take this pill, take this whatever, and you can just get it online. Like how dangerous that is if people aren't looking at what their thyroid issues might be and their blood work.
It's a good thing to rule out just to get basic labs. If you don't have a primary, it's nice to just check in with somebody. So I recommend somebody always has a primary care provider who can monitor all those things. But really, there can be so many other factors that are affecting why you're not losing weight. Hormones, thyroid controls a lot of different things in your body. So it's good to get a baseline to see where things are at. Because maybe once we fix that, you know, we maybe won't even need the weight loss meds for that. But again, it's good to get just kind of a baseline things. See where you're sitting at, see how we can help you to maximize your health really before we just jump to the weight loss meds. And then how do we keep that sustainable for you so it's not just I can eat whatever I want just because I have this shot, you know what I mean? You can stay on it long term, but obviously, you know, if you don't need to do that
forever, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's still an injection, you know, so.
Yeah, how can you balance that? What does that look like? And then, like you said, maybe it is something hormonally. Like if you haven't had that done in a long time, it's nice just to get that done to look at to see. And for me, I was like super duper low in iron, seeing how that can change something.
The more you know.
But the more you know, adding that in. Maybe you are doing the injectables with it, but having that extra, you know, iron in there. Okay, so that's the weight loss part. You do consultations on that. So if anyone has questions, all of your information's online. And then just the general injectables in terms of Dysport and different things. I had sent somebody to you because they had all the lines going on, which is, we understand is beautiful because that shows your life, right? It's like the rings of a tree. But I sent her to you and I said, here's the thing. She's not going to like make you like freeze your whole face. Right. One thing you had told me is like, I don't do the smile. Like people needs to see that you're smiling. You need to do these certain areas. And so, so how do you talk through somebody when they first come in where they're like, I don't even know what I need?
Yeah. So for people who don't really know, Dysport is another brand of Botox. So very similar, it's just two different companies. I primarily do Dysport, but they're all one and the same. So usually it is for like the eyes and up, most commonly is what people know it for. So forehead, in between the brows for those scowl lines, by the eyes for people who have the crow's feet.
111s?
Yep. Yeah. You either have two or you have one. Yeah. Or you got that one across the nose for a lot of men. Oh, yeah. So usually we start there. I would say I'm a little bit more conservative with my dosing and injections, which I think a lot of people prefer and like. Whether you want a little bit of movement, less movement. It's really just to kind of minimize some of those lines up there. It's okay to show expression. We're smiling, you know, we animate a lot. So that's where I do tell people, like, by the eyes, I am more conservative. I don't mind when people smile with their eyes and show a little expression. So if you want less, you want more, we can always come back. We can boost it. I would say Botox and Dysport is how people kind of get their foot in the door, because from there's so many different things you can do, but it's so overwhelming to people. So yeah, we kind of just start there. That's one of the most common things.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It is kind of fun.
Yeah. And it's so easy once you do it. Like, it sounds so much more intimidating, and you do it once and you're like, oh, that's it.
I know. And then you like start for like probably 3 or 4 days, you sit and you watch your
You
progression.
you just watch and wait.
You're like, I'm going to raise an eyebrow. Yeah. So it is fun. I mean, I'll out myself, after I was like, if we're going to do the jaw, let's test out the forehead. Let's try these 111s. And it's quite fun and enjoyable. So, So I send all of your information to everybody just because it's like, check it out, see if it's for you. Sometimes it's, just those little things where you're like, I just need something and I don't know what it is.
Yep.
But first and foremost, this is my number one thing is the jaw.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. And then for migraines, you do as well for?
Yeah, so I'll treat the forehead in between the brows. That's where people hold a lot of tension, and it can help with people who have migraines. Granted, I always tell people, like, if you've been suffering from them and haven't been checked out by your primary or your neurologist, do that, because they will inject other areas that I don't do for pain management wise. Mine's more cosmetic, with the added benefit that you get relief with that. So that is nice for a lot of people too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if you've never checked it out, I know there's a ton of stuff online, and that's where I think everybody's kind of gravitating. They're learning their stuff there. Go to an expert. Go to somebody that has the medical training and also works in this every day. We message on Instagram a lot, and so you're easy to get a hold of. You are on Instagram at, just make sure I put your right stuff up here. So it's Courtney Peabody Aesthetics on there. So, so you can hit her up. She's got, every month there's different specials. When you do sign up for the Dysport, I know I get different emails from the Dysport company, and so so there is some stuff. I know there was like a bring a friend time too.
Yeah, and we do have membership too. So if that's something that interests you, you can try other things. It's more of like a beauty bank, so really you're just like saving your money, so it stings a little less.
Bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I love. But
that.
Feel free to message. I'm
Go
open to chat anytime. Any questions?
Yeah. Do it. She's a mom. She gets all the things. Check it out. But before you order the scary pills online or the makeshift shot that you think is coming from Instagram, talk to my friend Courtney here. She'll get you all the info you need, and we'll get you set up with whatever you need.
Yeah, you bet.
Fabulous. All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank
I know
you.
you
This
are
was
a
fun.
busy girl, so I will get you on the road here. But feel free to reach out if you need Courtney's information, and make sure with everything you do today, you put a fork in it.